Really cool profile picture there. Hey, you join us on our trip home. We are headed back to Anacortes, Washington. Our first stop is going to be in Deadwood, and then we're going to head up through Spearfish, past the Devil's Tower, and back into Gillette, Montana. We will show you the ride as we go, and just thank you so much for joining us. See you later, Mount Rushmore. Thanks for the good times, cool pics, clean bathrooms,
forced family fun,
and awesome souvenirs. There was no forced family fun. Everybody wanted to be here. But now, time to go home. All right, here we are cruising through historic downtown Deadwood, headed home. Very cool city. The city of Lead is right behind us, and there is a really cool open pit mine. And that is not something we went to, but there's a cable car you can go down and all kinds of neat stuff. Wow, this is a cool little downtown. There's our museum. There's a historic Deadwood sign and some of the Black Hills up above. We are currently at a 66% state of charge, and we are headed to Gillette, Wyoming to get a charge and perhaps something to eat. And we're just rolling through Deadwood. Very, very cool city. Need to come back and stay for a while and explore. A little bit of footage of South Dakota before we leave. We got about 10 miles before we pass into Balua, Wyoming. I hope I pronounced that right. And yeah, this is our first time in South Dakota. We loved it. We are absolutely coming back. A little disappointed we didn't get to do the Needles Highway. We didn't get up into Sturgis. We did go through Deadwood. We saw Mount Rushmore. And we're gonna miss the Devil's Tower, unfortunately, just because of time. But you know what? We're here, we're having fun, and we'll check in with you in a little while. Heading to Gillette, Wyoming to supercharge. Just beautiful. We came up Highway 16, bypassing 90 on the way here. And so now we're seeing all of this for the first time. And we're sharing it with you. Heading into Gillette, Wyoming to get a charge, and unfortunately that's probably where the power for my charge is coming from. Coal-fired power plant there. We drove by it last night. It does actually look like it is in operation, so yep, I know they're a necessary evil for now, but boy, as much opportunity as Wyoming has for wind and solar, it would sure be nice to see some clean power, but I get it. We got to keep some jobs going for a while. It's just too bad that the jobs have to ruin our children's future in the coming generations. We are at a 17% state of charge as we pull into Gillette, Wyoming, and we've got about 9 minutes and 8 miles to go. I'm not going to bother you with every charge stop because you saw them coming. We're heading the same way back, but I will show you the cool stuff as we pass it, like this unfortunate but necessary coal-fired power plant. Okay, we'll catch you at another point that's interesting. Here we are passing down through some more of Wyoming. Just beautiful country. Trying to give you a view out of the windshield without so many bugs. just cannot say how much I appreciate everybody joining us on this trip. I hope you've enjoyed our trip there, and I hope you're enjoying these views on our trip home. Again, the part 1, our trip from home to Mount Rushmore, will have all of the supercharging stops, tips, tricks, little things that we ran into if you want to take I-90 over to Mount Rushmore or Yellowstone. And then this is just the return trip, kind of giving you some views and a little bit less charging facts. So we'll check back in if something cool pops up. There's a mushroom rock up here we're going to try and catch on film. Well, we just finished supercharging in Sheridan, Wyoming, and we are headed now to Billings, Montana to get a top-up. The car wanted us to get about an 80% charge. I really think it is trying to protect its battery by not letting you kind of dip down under 10% between superchargers on your route. So just FYI, I've been kind of noticing that it seems to want to have a buffer over 10. So anyway, we're leaving town, and we will check back in when we get to Billings. Got our awesome Wyoming road crews out, getting things fixed up for us. Lots and lots of traffic, road construction traffic. And we are in Montana, and we're looking for a very cool mushroom rock that's here on the right-hand side heading northwest back towards Washington, and we still haven't spotted it. I'm burning through all kinds of camera battery being on hot standby to see this thing, so I thought I'd show you some of the scenery anyway. Looks like no luck on our mushroom rock, so we're gonna keep looking. I'm gonna get around his corner. I hate to miss it. Okay, I promise we're gonna try and bring you it, or you'll never see this clip. Well, hey, I'm sorry, Mom, and YouTube out there in the general world. We tried to find the mushroom rock, and just when I signed off from the last clip, we passed it. I looked behind my shoulder and it was in some trees, so something to look for next time. Just a beautiful area here. We're coming into Billings. Got about 20 miles to go to charge. As you can see, we've got about a 17% state of charge, 20 miles to go, and 34 miles of projected range. So again, folks, always taking the time to check my stuff. My wife's driving, she's managing speed, so we were going 85, we slowed down to 82. Just managed our energy consumption, and we get into the charger with a good amount to feel safe with a buffer, but not any extra. And it was a good thing we listened to the car and let it charge an extra 5 minutes or so at the last charger, because we would have been pulling in at 0, I think, instead. So trust the car, but also do your research and trust yourselves. And you can take a beautiful trip like this. Okay, we'll check back in a little while. I hope you're enjoying the video, and just thanks for everything. I love subscriptions. I will continue to improve on the quality of these and take you on other adventures. Talk to you later. There's another one of the Billings refineries. They're off to the left. You got a good view of it from the beautiful bluff up here on the right, although the view of a refinery may not be that great. But I just thought I'd give you a little shot of that as we roll through here, getting into close to Billings.
Now keep left to take Interstate 90 west.
When we first came over the hill, I saw all the white tanks and the spheres, and I said, "Oh, what is that? It's really cool." And my wife says, "Oh, it's the refinery." And I was like, "Oh, that's right." I thought it was like some kind of museum or hospital or VA or something, but no.
So many trucks. Cafe.
Hungry?
No, I just thought it was funny with like the cafe and then it just showed like all like the construction there.
I imagine they serve quite a few of the refinery workers there. This is refinery 1 of 3 as we pass through Billings, and then we also saw a refinery. This is ExxonMobil here. We saw a refinery in Wyoming. I didn't get that on film, but it was cool. There's the end of that. And here we come up on refinery number 2. This one is actually in Billings, literally in the town of Billings. You can see it from the hotels and the city hall. Another smaller refinery, but a good one. I mean, they're all good ones besides the fact that they are needed, you know. Hopefully we can continue to work towards a battery electric vehicle future and save our fossil fuels for future generations and things we actually need them for, like pharmaceuticals and plastics and fertilizers and so many other things that we use oil for. It has a place. It just needs to be found in today's future. Anyway, cool place. I've spent almost 20 years of my life in them, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them, if I know. Alright, we're in Billings now. We're getting a charge.
What?
We pulled in with 9% state of charge. The car thought we had about 27 miles of range left, so we were doing good. And we should start cranking, but we are sharing this charger, so you can see, again, Montana's a busy state, so we got 2 white Tesla Model Ys charging, and so we're getting whatever the leftovers are. Let's see what they are. Oh. Yeah, not terrible. So again, this is 150 kilowatt version 2 supercharger, and it's a 4 stall, so that means there's a 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. We're sharing, so whoever gets here first gets priority, and they're getting the higher amount of charge, and we get whatever's left over of that 150 kilowatts. So hopefully as he ramps down, we'll ramp up. All right, we'll check to you later.
Yep.
Hey, just wanted to let you know real quick, don't be afraid to move chargers, folks. We came back, we were only getting about 72 kilowatts an hour because we were sharing, but the other person had left, and me and the wife agreed, moved the car over, and now look at what we're doing. 124, and we've got 25 minutes remaining from the hour that we had before. So optimize your charging, don't be afraid to move, and we'll catch you later. Big sky country. I just can't get over how beautiful it is through here. We're looking at this mountain range in front of us, and it literally looks like God took a pencil and traced the mountains into the horizon and then erased everything, so like you're looking through them into the sky. It's just amazing. Just amazing. God bless you. Anyway, thank you for sharing this. Just we live in such a beautiful place. We were racing an oil train just a moment ago. I'm sure bringing some of that sweet Bakken crude up to Washington State's refineries. We're just coming through here at just the right time of day. Just beautiful. Sorry for all the dead bugs. Believe me, we don't like them either. Just beautiful. It's about 8:30 at night. We are headed to our last stop in Butte, Montana. We're going to stay the night at the Best Western right next to the supercharger and go the rest of the way home tomorrow. What a wonderful night. Just have a great evening, and thanks again for watching. Well, it's early morning on our 4th day, and we're headed home. So this will be the last leg of our journey. It's about 5:45 in the morning here in Montana, so we're looking forward to hitting the road. We got 90% charge, and we're going to be going to Missoula. So we'll show you some of the sights on the way. Well, here we are, beautiful Montana. It is 6:31 a.m. We're at about an 80% state of charge, and we got about 100 miles to go to hit Missoula, Montana. I just thought I would share all of this beautiful Montana scenery. Well, we're leaving Missoula. There's the 50,000 silver dollar gift shop. I highly recommend you stop there if you're coming through Montana. We've been a couple times with the kids. We've got an 81% state of charge, and the car, as I've said, dynamically reroutes you depending on what's best. So we were going to go to Coeur d'Alene, but as we were headed down the road, literally 5 minutes down the road from the charger, it changed its mind and said, hey, let's go to Superior, Montana, top up, and then we can bypass the Coeur d'Alene superchargers and go to Spokane and Moses Lake. So I think that's great. So some beautiful views here as we head out of Montana. Just appreciate you guys coming along on the trip with us. Have a wonderful day, folks. Just coming up on the 50,000 silver dollar inn and casino. Great place to stop when you first get into Montana. It's about 16 miles over the border or so in the cool town of Hagen. It's about 9:42 in the morning here, and we are getting ready to head into Idaho and get an hour back. So we're very excited about that. Car's doing good. We're getting about 340 watt hours a mile right now efficiency. We're going the speed limit, which is 80 miles an hour. And there we go. 50,000 silver dollar gift shop, restaurant, bar, casino, RV park, motel, hotel, gas. The only thing they're missing is EV charging. There you go. Well, we just made it into Idaho, folks. And my beautiful wife Nicole is giving you a view of what is out her window. Coming down through Lookout Pass, and we should be getting an hour back. Thank God. Hope you've been enjoying these stunning views, and we'll be bringing you some more if we come across anything that we think is cool. We're just passing beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene, coming up the pass here. Should be getting to Spokane in about 45 minutes. We got about a 34% state of charge as we pull this hill. It seems like it's a long ways, but it's not bad from Superior to Spokane. So you just got to hang hang in there. Lots of ups and downs. And if you use energy going up, you get it back going down. All right, we'll check you later. Hey, we made it to Spokane, Washington with 12% state of charge. It is a 2, 4, 6, 8 stall V3 supercharger. Nobody here right now. Excellent stuff. We got a Starbucks, Subway, Iron Skillet, gas stations, lots of food options on the other side. So this is a great spot. Great supercharger. Hopefully you're appreciating the clean windshield. We're gonna go get a bite. As you can see, we are getting 250 kilowatts. Hell yeah. All right, we'll check you out. Next stop, Moses Lake. All right, so about literally 15 minutes later, enough time to run in, go to the bathroom, grab a Subway sandwich, and eat it. The car was ready to go. So we are now at a 65% state of charge. It cost us a little under $20 to charge here. And one interesting thing, as we were charging, that other Model Y there pulled in, and he's got that Thule pod and 2 e-bikes on the back. And I was just curious what his range loss was due to those. It looks like a Model Y long range, and he said it was about 21%. So word to the wise, if you're driving a Model Y long range with a Thule pod and a couple bikes on the back, you're gonna likely lose around 20% of your range. So anyway, we're headed off to Moses Lake. Great supercharging location, highly recommend, and we'll see you a little later. Coming out of Spokane supercharger, headed to Moses Lake. We are by Sprague, Washington, and just some beautiful views. Probably sounds like I'm talking in a tin can. .47% state of charge, 55 minutes and 64 miles to go to Moses Lake. We made it to Moses Lake. We're at a brand new supercharger we haven't tried out before. This is the V3 supercharger in Moses Lake, Washington. It is a 12 stall V3, and it looks like it's got a pretty decent bunch of stuff around it. So let's take a check at our stats here. We pulled into this one in Moses Lake with 13% state of charge, and we got to get a nice big fat battery to get to North Bend. So 25 minutes to go, but we are cranking at 247 kilowatts an hour. Awesome. And let's just see how much we've done so far for the trip. So far, 2,346 miles, 843 kilowatt hours, and we've averaged 359 watt hours a mile. Dang. And I do believe we are at about, $150 or so for the total cost of the trip up to now. So let's just hop out and take a look around. Hi, puppies. So, good version 3 supercharger. And as you can see, pretty popular. Number of Teslas here charging. Hotel, gas station, grocery store, there's a Subway, and pretty quick off of the freeway. And it's a nice area. Moses Lake is the nicest town. So we'll check you in North Bend. I just wanted to talk real briefly about how robust Tesla's engineering is and their charging network. So these cars are just awesome at charging. Now, there may not be the most monsters like the Taycan or the Hyundai Ioniq or even the EV6 with their 800 volt infrastructure, but I'm sitting here in a car that has been going 80 to 90 miles an hour for the last 6 hours straight, except to stop, DC fast charge, and then go again. And we are sitting here in Moses Lake. The temperature is 107 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're charging at 81 kilowatts an hour. And if you've watched my video explaining what all that information means, you'll know that's a lot, and nothing is getting derated. It's all working the way it should, and we're not having any thermal limits. So very hot here, very hot car, everything's working great. So again, I love Teslas for a reason, and it's because you can do this kind of stuff and they just keep going and going. All right, we'll talk to you later. We just passed the Gorge Amphitheater at George. It is, what's that festival called this week?
Watershed.
Watershed Fest.
Weekend.
And sorry about the guardrail, but just beautiful. All the wind up there. Love seeing that wind after we saw all the oil and coal and refineries there in Wyoming and Montana. Still beautiful states. Washington has its beauty too. I absolutely love this state. Glad to call it home. So we had a little change of plan. We're going to stop in Cle Elum and get a little bit of a top off on a charge, and then either try and stretch it home or stop for a real quick top up in Arlington. But traffic's light. We're able to go a little bit quicker than the car thought, and so we're going to need to get a little more juice. So anyway, if we see some more beautiful sights, we'll get back to you, and the windshield's still relatively bug-free, which is good. How about wow, right? Columbia River, yes, please.
Trucka, hey? Oh, yes.
That is gorgeous. Always nice to be home. Right through here, for anybody that doesn't know, there's a memorial, or not a memorial, but a wild horses statue up on the bluffs above us. And you can go up there, check it out, and then look down at the bridge and the river. It's a really cool statue. Again, coming down out of the gorge, George Washington, and crossing the Columbia River. Very beautiful spot to come through. It's a little boring through the flats of Moses Lake, but it gets really gorgeous once you drop down into here. Got the windmills off to our right, mountain ranges. We got a 93% state of charge in Ellensburg in our V3. And looks like there's a little breakage happening up here. And we're going to try and not necessarily hyper mile, but we're going to see if we can make it home. It's 186 miles, and depending on how we drive, we're hoping that we can make it without stopping for another charge. So we'll let you know, and if I see some more great scenery, I will bring that to you. Very cool military jet flying into, I think, McCord in Seattle area, and then just, you know, more beauty here as we come down out of the Cle Elum area and head into North Bend. So looks like we might have to get a short charge. Amos said we could make it if we stayed under 65, and Nicole said, oh no, I can't go that slow. So now we're hammer down, and we're gonna get a little juice and then get home probably about 5 o'clock. So we'll check in with you a little later. What's that? Yeah, we passed through a little while ago. We're on the other side of the pass now. Oh, hey there, California. Welcome to the party. I already missed the Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota traffic. Washington, please do something, Washington drivers, about how lazy you are camping in the left lane. All right. Well, here we are back in North Bend. We had to stop, but I just want to remind everybody, great version 3 supercharger here, 8 stall, gas station, Popeyes, some more stuff up there. So we're just topping up here, about 5 more minutes, and then we've got 110 miles home. When we get there, I'll wrap this up, And just thank you so much for joining us. We are passing, I've never seen this before, just miles of cars backed up to take exit 25, 18 west to Auburn. Like, literally, I think it was probably about 5 minutes worth of us going by these cars. That is insane. I could not imagine having to sit in that. That's why I like Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado. But it is beautiful here. Here we are in beautiful Bellevue traffic. I did not miss this. We are using the toll lane. I'll hopefully get home a little bit quicker. A different kind of beauty, right? But it was nice having a lot more open space and not all these people jammed together. So on our way home, just let me show you how awesome the traffic is here once we get back on the west coast into the Seattle area. Yep, here we are again, rolling through Bellevue traffic headed to Everett. We paid a toll, so we're doing okay. And this isn't too terribly bad, but there just has to be a better way. I mean, human drivers, I like to drive, but at the end of the day, the commute, we need automation to make it more efficient, because our time is worth way too much to spend going from one point to another for something we don't necessarily want to do, like work, right? They should pay you to sit in your car. That might improve our commutes, huh? Anyway, yeah, look at that mess coming up. Yeah, there just has to be a better way. Once we get full autonomy, you know, people should be able to go out and drive on tracks, whatever. There'll be some kind of transition period. I know there'll be people who want to drive. I want to drive. But getting back and forth, place to place, autonomous vehicles can be nose to nose. They can communicate with each other, do micro contracts to let each other pass, not brake and accelerate and act funny going through corners, right? Just very consistent. So hopefully someday. So here we are. We've been in traffic now for about 20 minutes just to get through Everett. We've gone about, what, maybe 5 miles. Beautiful view of Baker out there, encased in some haze. But, yep, almost home. And here we come home. Our beautiful views. These never get old. Just got to deal with all of the other stuff to get to them, but it is gorgeous. So, what a wonderful trip. $2,600 miles on the nose at this stop sign. I'd say that's pretty good. 941 kilowatt hours, 362 watt hours a mile. So thanks for joining us on this trip. I'll put this together and hopefully you'll get to enjoy it in about a week my time. So anyway, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep doing these if I keep getting subscribers, or even if I don't, because I enjoy it.